All right, on the weekend, we were very thankful to leave Buffalo with a win. It was our second week in a row of road trips, back-to-back road trips, I guess I should say. And, you know, at the beginning of the season, we started out 2-0 at home and thought that this 4 could be a tough stretch ending in Buffalo. We typically have not played very well there. So we started the trip. We played well at Akron. I thought Kelly Lamberti, Katie, I thought Bailey, I thought those 3 played pretty exceptional. I thought Molly passed really well. And I thought we kind of got things going against them. The first set, we gave up a little point run late, but otherwise I thought we kind of had that match handled throughout. I thought Akron looked improved, and then them winning the next night kind of proves to me that they're getting better as the season progresses, so I think it'll be a tough round 2 against them. But I liked the way our team played Friday. I was pretty impressed. I thought we were very efficient. Then on to Buffalo, which is always a fun drive. You know, you arrive at 1 in the morning, and then you know, a long day before you play that 7 p.m. match. And we gutted it out. It wasn't our prettiest performance. I think Buffalo had a lot to do with that. I thought they had a nice game plan. I thought they outplayed us out of system, and I thought they forced us into some situations where we made uncharacteristic errors that we had not been making all year. Our hitting efficiency was significantly lower than it had been in the earlier matches, and again, I think that's a lot of credit to what Buffalo was doing. I thought they played pretty well. I thought our ball control held very, very stable against them, which inevitably led us to a win. I thought we played tough. I thought different players stepped up at different times to kind of gut it out. You know, it was a tough match. It was a long one. It was hot in the gym. I think they had some climate issues with it being warmer than they expected all week. Really hot in there. And, you know, again, gutted it out and got a win, and then got home at about, I don't know, 4 in the morning. You know, gave the team, instead of, normally we lift Monday mornings, instead of lifting this Monday morning, we wanted to get their sleep schedules a little bit more set, so we gave them Monday morning off, and they lifted this afternoon, and we'll do a short little practice here in a little bit. But moving ahead, you know, we got Ball State and Toledo coming next week. Toledo off to a little bit of a rough start, but an awfully good team. And then, of course, Ball State coming in first over there on the MAC West side, and a really good team. You know, they just have multiple pieces and multiple positions. They have 3 kids who can play middle well. They've got 3 kids who can play left side well. They've got 2 or 3 kids that have played the right side position. Actually, it's probably more than that. And then both setters have played. Their DS situation has remained pretty constant, but they're really good. They're really good at every position. They've got options if kids aren't playing well, and you never know really what lineup they'll throw at you. They could switch by game. They could go through a whole match with the same lineup. And so we'll just kind of prepare a little bit for their personnel. And they play similar style to some of the other MAC West teams, so we won't see anything crazy. They're just very efficient. They don't make many mistakes, and they control the ball really well. We maybe are a little bit more physical blocking than them, but I think they're a little bit more experienced and skilled than us. So we'll see what happens Friday night when they get here for homecoming. Questions?
So with earning those wins on the road, how does that change the momentum coming into your own gym this weekend?
Well, you know, if we'd have lost, maybe we'd be more bitter and more angry all week and give us more of a competitive edge. But if we win that match and come home 6-0, maybe we're more confident. So I think you just, you know, this team is a pretty confident group. They believe they can win each match. We prepare to win each match. After we dropped the first set, you know, it was our first one in 23, 26, something like that, MAC matches. You know, the team was like, hey, you know, we're getting pushed. You know, now let's respond. And that was my message to them: is somebody's going to push us. Somebody's going to push us this weekend, and we're going to have to fight back. And we did. So you can call it confidence, you can call it whatever, but you know, we're happy to walk out of there with the win and try and keep it going this weekend.
So kind of with Ball State and Toledo having sort of opposite records depending on who they played this year so far, how are the approaches to those individual teams different from Friday and Saturday?
You know, I know our team will be fired up for Ball State, and them being Friday I think helps. and we will have to regroup and re-prepare for Saturday. Typically, our schedule will not change, which is Tuesday we prepare a little bit for the Saturday opponent, so that we're just familiar with them, so it's not like, okay, wake up Saturday morning, here's who we're playing tonight. So Tuesday we'll become a little acclimated with Toledo, and Wednesday and Thursday we'll get accustomed to Ball State and their style and prepare the same way we do regardless of opponents. That's how we handle our week.
Well, with such success so far this season, it's hard to look at the negative side, but is there any improvements you want to see this week before the weekend?
There's always things we can get a lot better at. I don't want to tell everybody in our league or all the listeners some of the things we're practicing to get better at. Some of our league opponents will see that on tape. But, you know, we can always get better. I'd like to see us, convert opportunities better than we did this weekend. I thought we had an opportunity in Akron to close off that first set quickly, and I thought we had multiple opportunities to take control of the Buffalo match, and we didn't. So I think we just need to convert better.
So what's kind of your opinion of the MAC standing so far? Any surprises to you? Anything you kind of predicted at the beginning of the season?
I don't know that I'm terribly surprised. Toledo is having a rougher go of it than I think any of us in the conference expected. But I think this is where we hoped to be. I think this is pretty close to how we thought the MAC West. I think this is pretty close to how the coaches picked teams. And that MAC West is awfully competitive over there, and matches have been going both ways. And you see that a little bit now going on in the East. I think BG knocked off Miami. Kent knocks off Buffalo. Akron beats Kent, and so you're starting to see a lot of the parity. We've just been efficient in surviving, and so I'll be able. In 2 weeks after we play 4 straight MAC West opponents, 2 at home and 2 on the road, I'll be able to gauge a little bit better how I think we are as a team.
You said the past couple weeks that you haven't gotten your best shot from your opponents. How did that go this weekend?
That's a good point. I think Akron, after the match, Ron, their coach, said that that was them playing pretty well. I thought we got a pretty good shot from Akron, and then I think they continued that good play by beating Kent the next night. The scores looked like they played great. And then Buffalo, it's hard for me to say if I thought that was their best, but certainly I thought Buffalo did some things really well against us. And so I do think those teams played better, and we had to play pretty well to win this weekend.
So how important will a win against Ball State be going into playing the rest of the MAC West?
I think it could take some pressure off of that road trip the following weekend. But you're probably going to need 14 wins, if not 15, to win this thing. So I don't know that we're going to, at this point, call any one match more important than the other. Just because when you're fighting to win a regular season championship, and this is what we talked to the team about, really every night you're playing for a championship, because you really only get probably one, maybe 2 losses, and you're in this race, and you don't know how the other side's going to shake out. You can only control so much. And so every night you're playing for a championship, whether it's, Ball State, Toledo, whether it's Western, whether, whoever you're playing, it's your shot to win it. And so we're trying to just put a sense of urgency on every match in this race to win a regular season championship.